Level 5s, you are doing something very, very different from the past theory lessons that you had. Today I'm going to introduce you to the 4-part harmony.
My name is Huimin Pang. I'm a pre-service teacher at Darwin High School. I currently study full-time at Charles Darwin Uni for the Graduate Diploma of Teaching and Learning. I major in music and a minor in biology. It was very challenging at first having to go through 3 separate ways of delivering 3 separate contents. Sometimes I'll have 4 groups in one class, or even just 2. So Alana and I have devised this plan where, because I have 2 classes running, she'll give me some advice.
Can you tomorrow, when you do the theory courses, just do a brief overview? This is what we are covering in this course. So you did that well with the 5s, like you talked to them about we're changing from keyboard harmony to voices, to people, but you needed to be possibly a little bit more clear with the 3s and 4s. And with the 4s, you say, okay, is an add-on, this is an add-on course. So we're doing everything that you've done already, plus we're dressing the music up a little bit more.
Alana's feedback to me is it's extremely explicit and specific. So it really helps me to when I do my lesson plans, I know exactly what I need to work on. I know exactly what I need to write. She would tell me, okay, this is what you need to do for board work. Since you're doing 3 levels at the same time, you would need to seat these students here in the center of the classroom and on the side. So what you need to do is divide the board into 3. You color code this green. You color coordinate level 2's red and this one blue. And just little specific instructions like that have really helped with my delivery of the content.
So I'll just go through the 3 to 4 stuff. The work was pre-prepared on the board, but it wasn't spaced particularly well.
I rubbed it out again and again.
Yeah. So what happened was, and I've got a little photo of it here,
Left very little space for the 5s.
Basically no space for the 5s. Okay, so here you can see that even between the systems there wasn't enough space, so you only had just enough space for the phrase marking, which meant that anything you're going to write in there was going to crash into it and make quite a bit of mess, and the same on the bottom. There wasn't much space to write anything. So you just need to work on making it smaller. All right, level 5s. Tomorrow, I think you need to run your Sibelius worksheet from the television tomorrow.
Okay.
So hook up your laptop to the TV. Because your group is much bigger, you're not going to have the board space to do it.
Yeah.
So if you have it on the television, you can be pointing to it, you can be putting examples, you can be, filling in things on here so they can see it.
Yeah.
Better than describing it. And better than leaning over and pointing to something, because your group is much bigger.
Big.
You need to be watching the time because the bell went and you were still delivering. So, and you hadn't said to the level 5s, okay, now you have this to do. And you just need to be a little bit more explicit. Go through the normal instructions, key, chord table, cadences, approach chord, other chords. So you still need to remind them that just because they've moved from keyboard harmony to 4-part vocal harmony, they don't throw everything that they've learned. It's still the same stuff. It's just presented as a different package. Instruction level 4 to create dominant 7th was good. Musical example on the piano was very helpful. It's good. It's good when you really bash the dominant 7th chord because they get it. Just for further impact, I've said try inverting the chord. So play it in root position, then first inversion.
And have the tonic
just
on
to
top.
keep going, keep slamming them with that dominant 7th chord, and then drop the bass down the octave, so they're screaming at you to make it stop. And then when you give them the tonic so nicely, it's like, oh, it's over.
It's not as crunchy, but if I add that 7th degree, what do we feel like doing? Resolve. That's comforting, isn't it?
Alana has tucked me under her wing and told me her experiences as a teacher, and it was very comforting to know that she's gone through the similar problems that I've had and how she overcame those problems. And that made it very enlightening for me and my experience to see how I can improve on things. So she gives me some advice, I take it on board, I look at the opportunities that we've created for me to learn and progress and improve on my practice.
What areas of your teaching practice would you most like to improve? In what ways have you modified your teaching practice as a result of constructive feedback from supervisors or teachers?